Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries.
Here with Jarrod
from
Fitment Industries,
I guess. And we decided that you guys had so much fun pretty much tearing Jasper apart for his life choices of wanting to party with a static stance car that we thought we would do another episode where we're asking 10 questions to a bagged stance car guy. I have to make sure that I get that right. So we're gonna go into it. Jarrod, you fit the portfolio for this.
Sure.
Right? No, it's not really a sure. I mean,
I do. Okay,
yeah,
yes.
Okay,
yes.
so we're just gonna go through a few questions. Some of them are gonna be fun. Okay. Some of them are gonna be funner.
My palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy right now.
And so we're just gonna go through it. And then if you guys want us to do another episode of this, let us know what type of person you want us to interview for 10 questions. Drop a comment below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Let's just get right into it. So what do you own?
I own a 2004 Infiniti G35 coupe with 19 by 11 zero offset Concept 1 CF003 X's in the front. I'd mess that all up.
Yeah, that's all right.
So for wheels, I'm running Concept 1 forged CF003 X's. The fronts are a 19 by 11 0 and the rears are 19 by 12.5 -5.
All right, so my second question is why?
Okay, so last year I was running 9.5s in the front, 11s in the rear. My fronts were super sucked in when I aired out and I hated it. A lot of people here would argue that when I was aired up driving, it looked great, but I can't see it when I'm driving, I can only see it when it's parked. So when I aired out the 9.5s.
Stancy boy.
Yeah. Low, park lower, is that what they say?
I don't know. I don't have the
Drive low, park lower. So just seeing my specs that I had last year, and it was a plus 15 offset, I wasn't happy with it, the way it sat when I was aired out and everything. And so I wanted to go bigger. And so I test fit my 11s that were in the rear on the fronts, and I was like, damn, these are close. So I knew I could fit 11s in the front. The rears, I wanted to go with like a 12, but Concept 1 convinced me to go with a 12.5 to get more concavity, and that was kind of really pushing the boundaries. But I did it.
And you ended up with the setup that you have now.
Yes,
right?
and I love it.
So why bags over a static setup?
I can just air up whenever I want. You know, like I'm driving down the road and there's like a bump or a pothole or whatever, I can literally click a button and all of a sudden, I'm good. I don't need to scrape on anything. I don't need to worry about like scraping on anything or scraping on anything or messing up a bumper or scraping on anything.
I feel like you already drive a couple pretty good points home compared to our last individual.
Did Jasper do that bad?
Well, it's not that he did bad. His answer to everything was, I like to party.
Normally when people ask me, my main argument, I like to party.
Which is a great answer if you never actually ask the actual question. Like, I like to party. Yeah, but what does that mean? And then be like,
I just like to party.
I don't know. All right, so when somebody says with, the setup that you have, that you ruin the practicality of your car, what do you say?
I mean, I start it up, it starts just fine. I drive down the road, it drives down the road just fine. I park the car and it parks just fine. Gets me where I need to go. It's practical, what more do you want?
That's good. So, do you think bags are the future versus coilovers?
So honestly, I feel like as of right now, bags are the in thing, but in about 5 years, everyone's going back to coilovers.
And bonus question, why do you think that?
Because air 5 years ago was the cool thing that like nobody had, or like the expensive cars had. You'd see a GTR wide bodied on air. You didn't see your G35 driving down the road on air. Everyone had coilovers because they were cheap. Now everyone's running air because it's getting more affordable. Places like Airlift are coming out with newer suspension, manifold systems and all of that, management systems that are cheaper, that makes it more easier for people to run air, that you're seeing a lot more people running it. And I think people like the challenge of whatever's next, where air ride, it was the challenge of figuring out your specs while you're on air. Now it's people going back to like coilovers and running a 5,000 or 550K spring rate, and then running wide wheels and looking like they're fender to lip all the time. So I think in 5 years from now, it's gonna go back there just because it's constantly turning and changing. Sure. And now the hipsters are running coilovers. Like the people like Rainey on his Lexus have coilovers, and it's the cool thing, but it's not the cool thing because air's the cool thing. So they're trying to be
like the hipster thing,
exactly.
Like the counterculture.
Yes.
Counterculture.
Yes. Yep.
All right. So why did you go with a stance look versus another setup, like a meaty setup or something more aggressive?
So I bought this car a year and a half ago, completely stock. And people are telling me to build the motor, don't worry about aesthetics, people are building me, like whatever. But I knew that for me, I wanted it to look good before performing well. And I have never been a performance person, I've always been looks. So for me, I knew I wanted 19s. I didn't want to go with like an 18 or anything like that. I wanted the bigger wheel, the more luxury look. I didn't want to go with an 18 and then like a bigger meaty 305 or something like that. I wanted stretch tires because I knew I wanted to sit fender to lip. Basically everything I did because I wanted to look like a stance boy.
I appreciate your.
It is what it is, man. I mean, you
yeah,
can't look at my car and be like, that guy just accidentally did that and he doesn't want it to look like that at all. I'm just gonna accept it because
That's cool.
It's what it is.
I dig it. So if there was one thing you could change about your car, what would it be?
My front
Fitment wise.
My front fitment is about 5 millimeters from sitting perfectly fender to lip. My rears, I've got pretty perfect. Just the fronts are like literally that far off. So I don't know if this winter I'll have the fronts rebuilt just to be a little bit wider, go a little more aggressive offset that it'll sit perfect, but that's about it, yeah.
Sure. So when people give you shit about having slanty wheels, what do you tell them?
I don't know, honestly. Like, I don't care enough to like, yeah, they're slanty, cool. It is what it is. I'm running like -8 degrees of camber all around, and you're gonna look at my car and think it's slanty. I look at it and think it looks good.
So what's your dream car?
So, okay.
Just kidding.
My dream car is a Ferrari 488 GTB.
Okay.
In black. I wouldn't do a red one. So I've seen one on ADV.1, like 3-piece wheels, and it looks insane. I would probably, I don't know if I would run it on air. I wouldn't wide body it. I don't think I'll ever wide body a car because you literally are destroying a car to the point where you can't put it back to stock to sell it or anything. So I wouldn't wide body it. Potentially air, but then like I wouldn't run the slanty wheel setup on a Ferrari. It'd be like Sean's Lambo where it looks really clean, but on air you can just air out and it would sit super nice.
Square.
Yeah.
Sure. If there was one thing that you could tell somebody that was going to build their car, like how you built your car, what would be one piece of advice that you would give them?
Know what you're going for. If you're on air, know that when you're aired up, it's gonna sit different than you're aired out. I hate this thing, seeing rollers of it now when it's like when I'm driving it, because the tires stick out like that much and it looks stupid to me. But aired out, it looks perfect, and so I'm fine with it. I'm like, whatever, but know what you're going for and then find other people. I reached out to multiple people because I couldn't find enough information, looked at forums, messaged a couple guys I followed on Instagram, and luckily some of them were nice enough to respond, because it seems like some people are super secret about what their specs are, and it's like, oh, I've got the perfect fitment, I'm not telling you.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Reach out to people and hopefully they will be like nice enough and courteous enough just to message back, even if it's a 20-inch wheel versus a 19-inch wheel, whatever they're running, and then kind of like figure out what you want to go and follow that route then.
Well, that wasn't too bad. I think you did good.
Did I?
Yeah, that wasn't
okay.
like that was good. I mean, you know, in terms of if we were to rate this, I'd rate it.
Was it better than Jasper?
I would say so. I'd rate yours like a 6.9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
All right, so that is our 10 questions for a bagged stance guy. If you want to check out Jarrod's car, you can actually see it in the gallery. We actually have done videos on it too. It's actually a pretty good setup. I like the way that it looks. So drop a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and then if you're looking for wheels, tires, and suspension, you know where to go, fitmentindustries.com. But I'm Alex from Fitment Industries.
I'm Jarrod from Fitment Industries.
And we'll see you later. Peace.